Morning, folks. It's 28.5 degrees on day 12. It's April 14th, and I'm gonna wake up. All right, good morning, folks. It is 6:54 in the morning, and right now it's about 24.3 degrees, which means it's warming up. As anticipated, the temperature dumped very shortly after I woke up, almost immediately after I woke up. The moon set, and that meant that 28-degree temperature to which I awoke quickly dropped. I think the coldest I saw it get was just about 21.0. Could have gotten a touch colder, who knows. But I'm moving, so kind of funny in the desert. I would wake up that early to beat the heat of the afternoon. This is a really exceptional area. And now that I'm approaching the Gila River, and in fact, according to plan, should be on the Gila River by this afternoon. Now I'm waking up this early so that I can kind of get moving before the moon sets and the temperature dumps another, 5 to 10 degrees. Once you're up and going, it's not too bad, to be honest with you. But boy, I'll tell you, it's tough to wake up when it's 21 degrees outside. So if you think 28 and 21 isn't a big difference, I assure you it is. So the whole rest of the team was still quiet in their tents when I left. But everyone knows by now that this is kind of my game, is to wake up early and get moving. So hopefully I didn't make too much noise. Hopefully they were able to sleep through it. And they should be on their way. I imagine they're up by now. Look at these pretty trees. Very cool. Yeah, so we're moving. And it's whatever day it is. I think day 12, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I will definitely check in with you guys a little later. Very exciting day to finally be making it to the Gila River. And I'm excited about it, so yeah, check in on you later. right, guys, 11:13, 59.6 degrees. Not a full check-in right now. Just wanted to point out that I believe where the trail is going is right up and over that saddle between those two high points. One of which is just this straight up wall in front of me. The other being that kind of pointy peak there. Looks like the trail is going to take us up there. I will check in from the top because that's pretty exciting, and I'll explain why in a minute. All right, guys, 11:27 and 64 degrees even. I've made it to the apex of that saddle that I just pointed out. There's the peak, and that's the wall, sort of the ridge that comes off the wall. There are trails that go up each one of these, but I'm not going to go up either of those. I'm going to keep walking towards Canada. But what makes this point pretty exciting for me, at least for the day, is that it is 7,100 and I think 7,123 feet or so of elevation. Which certainly isn't the highest I've been on this trail already, and is certainly nowhere near the highest I will go on this trail, but it is officially the highest point of the day. So in complete laziness, I am excited because from this point forward we should be going mostly downhill, which is very, very, very exciting. What adds to the excitement of that is that at the bottom of the next 7.5 miles or so is the Gila River, which is excellent, excellent, excellent. Super excited to see that. That's definitely like a major, major sort of landmark here on the CDT of first really, really exciting section. No disrespect to the boot heel, but you know, the Gila River is supposed to be really fun. So I'm super excited to get down there. Again, 7.5 miles or so should be there. I haven't seen many folks today. Again, I did break camp before everyone else got out of there. So I imagine they're all still behind me. I did run into Martin, is a man from Holland who's hiking. I think to raise money for guide dogs or like service animals or something like that, which is really cool. So I sat down with him for about 20 or 30 minutes, had a nice little snack, and then kept going and left him back there too. He was going to have a little bit of a longer break, and I don't really feel like I needed much of a longer break. So I know that Martin is behind me. I did pass a tent on the trail as well before running into Martin, a Z-Pack's duplex, which I imagine was probably a tent owned by Half Mile, who I ran into yesterday back down at where we camped, and he sat down with us for about an hour or two, and then moseyed a little further. Wanted to put in more miles. That was much earlier in the morning, though. He was probably still sleeping or just kind of working up the nerve to get up in the cold weather. So I know that Martin is probably the next person behind me, and I imagine that Half Mile is probably behind him somewhere, and ultimately the team should be coming along. I'm not sure where they're at. I suppose they could have passed when I sat down with Martin, but anyways, I do have, as I say, 7.5 miles or so. We didn't really discuss, me and the rest of the team didn't really discuss a solid stopping point other than to say maybe at about 20 miles. There are reports that the Gila River, from the point at which I meet the Gila for the next 16, 17 miles or so up to Doc Campbell's, somewhere in there are reports of a couple dead cows in the water, and reports that a hiker has already gotten very sick drinking that water. The report even said that the hiker had thrice filtered the water from the Gila River. So, you know, some folks on the team are like, whatever, I trust my filter. I am not so inclined to drink dead cow water, and there is a creek that sources from a different source than the Gila, immediately preceding the Gila. So, you know, I'm still kind of weighing my options. I do have Aquamira as well, like a chemical treatment for the water. We'll kind of see how it goes, but dead cow water is on the brain today, and I'm excited for this next section, but such is the hazards of hiking around running bodies of water. So anyways, I'll keep moving. I'll check in with you guys a little later. So I'm just a few steps away from that saddle, but something else probably worth pointing out about that exact location. I did mention that two trails shoot up, one up the peak and one up that sort of wall. That the trail that goes up the wall is actually, so there, in true CDT fashion, there are multiple beginning and ending points for the Continental Divide Trail. And the alternate southern terminus is south of the towns of Deming and Columbus in New Mexico, probably just about 35, 40 miles east-northeast of where I began at the Crazy Cook Monument. So you could begin there. Some northbound hikers will begin there, or southbound hikers might finish there. And if that were to be the terminus of choice, or the point of origin for a hiker, they would have taken a very long alternate, which ultimately connected with the Gila River alternate right here on that point at that saddle. So, Yeah, the Deming/Columbus origin point, terminus, if you will, heads off the Gila River alternate right there at that saddle. So pretty cool. Time is it? 4:28. Oh, I got 81 degrees on my thermometer. That might be right, but that feels, I don't think it's that hot.
That would be nice.
I don't think it's that hot. Yeah, it looks like it's actually kind of running.
Well, I feel like it's kind of deep there. I might go over here.
This is the stuff of legend, the Gila River. And we're about to cross the Gila River for the very first time of what is alleged to be perhaps hundreds of river crossings the next few days. So
yeah,
we posted up back at the creek for a little bit and waited for the team, but no sign. So it was only so long. Yeah, that is kind of running, honestly. And it looks kind of murky. Well, and we go that way, right?
we go that way, but the trail's over there.
I guess we'll just kind of see. There goes nothing. Oh. I could have rolled up my pants. That would have been smart.
Oh yeah, that would have been smart. We're just taking your legs off.
Yeah.
It's actually not as cold as it is.
No, it's not nearly so cold. Gosh, there's no way to tell how deep that is.
Yeah, because, let's see.
Doesn't look deep to your stick.
No, but that's only there, like, I have a feeling, well, I'm not sure. We can always link arms if we're
I mean, its knees is like the threshold, right?
yeah.
It's definitely a little slimy, which isn't great. Okay, here's the knee. Yeah, I'm doing good. Oh, that's deeper. It's a fighting river. Oh. Whoa. Your turn.
It's deep here.
Yeah.
There he is.
It was pretty much right up to the crotch right there.
Whoa.
Definitely not cold though.
No, that's actually a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, nice temperature. All right, well, crossing number one, I'd say that was an unmitigated success. Excellent.
Yeah,
Canada, here we come.
I put some glide on so we
All right.